things on social media, you know? One of them even indicated his feigned death. Take a look at some of what this man has been putting on social media over the last 3 days. And this ain't even all of it, y'all. This ain't even all of it. Look at this. He's talking to the LAPD right there, trying to explain some things. We're talking about riding a horse. I don't know what that's about. I really don't know what that's about. Here, okay, he's talking about how he's gonna have one of his boys knock that dude out and it'll be on the TV opener, and if it don't happen, I'm gonna cancel the fight also, and if it's big, then I'll personally beat Haney Security's ass with my bare hands. TV opener for Garcia Haney. Now here he is with his ex-girlfriend talking about we broke up a long time ago. But
ESPN's Stephen A. Smith is understandably concerned about Ryan Garcia. The video is entitled, "I'm Worried About Ryan Garcia." That was some of what Stephen A. Smith had to say. And do I blame Stephen A. Smith for being concerned? Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, I think it's safe to say most people, if you pay attention to boxing, are and should be concerned about Ryan Garcia. Is he mentally in a place competent to fight? Very cryptic, bizarre posts. Now, I do understand, as of recording this video, Ryan Garcia has taken to social media and he's suggested that from here on out, until the fight, there's 40-odd days until the fight, Ryan Garcia has stated that he's only going to be talking about boxing from here on out. However, that just sounds like a gag order, if you will. It sounds like somebody who got in his ear, because understandably, and I can't confirm this, I'm just giving you my opinion, but understandably, if you're involved in this event, Haney Garcia, including Team Haney, including the Barclays Center, the venue, including Golden Boy Promotions, you would have to be concerned with what Ryan Garcia is doing. Some say, oh, ego, he's fooling you. It's just promotion. But my thing is this, to the people who are like, oh, it's just promotion, chill out, he's tricking you, all these types of things. Where is the line and when is the line crossed when you're telling King Ego, leaders of the new school, the best in the business, and it's not even close. You're telling me, the king of boxing talk, that it's just games and showmanship. But what he's saying is not games and showmanship. So I understand exactly the sentiments of Stephen A. Smith and others, why they're concerned. And stick around to this video. We're going to unpack and break everything down. Let's listen to a bit more of what Stephen A. Smith had to say regarding Ryan Garcia, aka King Rye. Roll the clip.
I'm just looking at it. I need 100 billion. Maybe I'll stop laughing my, no, you can't mute me. Have I proved I don't care about fame, no money, even those bags flying in? I'm going to set up live drug tests. I feel like crying because I'm giving everybody info they already know, but they refuse to believe.
See, right there, like Stephen A. Smith is reading tweets from Ryan Garcia. That in and of itself is its own problem. If you're fully focused, if Ryan is tapped in, focused on Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't tweeting a bunch of stuff. What he is doing is having his PR team or his team post videos, and it's all training. Devin is a true champion, not playing any games. How does Ryan have this much energy and time to tweet? And you could tell it's him tweeting, because some people, they would argue, because I know when Boxingego make a video, the contrarians, they're gonna say like, "Oh yeah, how do you know it's him? He has his friend posting for him." But it can't all be a friend because he's in Twitter Spaces, X Spaces, and you hear his voice. Next thing you're gonna tell me is AI and it's not really his voice, instead of just admitting what it is. So the thing is, if one's so inclined, you can genuinely and generally tell somebody's like voice. Meaning, if you watch enough Floyd Mayweather, he's a great example, and then you see a random post and it doesn't even sound like language that Floyd Mayweather has ever used, or a word or several words. It's just not written in their tone, because everybody, it's just how everyone has fingerprints. People have certain writing styles and tones. Like, for example, I watch a lot of forensic files. The way they get the forensic pathologists, and the way they could discover forgeries, is because everybody's writing is different. So it's almost like your fingerprint. When they look at signatures, and did they stutter when they initially started the letter, or are all of their words like this common word that they keep using misspelled? And then you look at the Zodiac killer type letters that the police have, and then the words misspelled on that. Okay, this is the same mind. This is the same person. So the tweets sound like they're in Ryan's tone. Furthermore, as I just mentioned, he's doing spaces, and he said some of the same like kind of weird type of things that we're seeing in his tweets. The bizarre posts, he said it on camera or in the form of a voice note, etc.
Believe. Do you want proof now? I'll get it ASAP. I don't know what he's talking about.
Nobody
I don't know
knows
what he's talking about. I'm gonna prove I'm not tripping. Here. What is this? This might be curtains. That's what he's saying. Very, very cryptic messages.
Cryptic.
Here's the reality. Ryan Garcia is a very, very young man.
Facts.
And he's got star power, y'all. I mean,
Facts.
He looks the part. He articulates himself very well up until recently.
He said, I didn't mean to laugh at that. He said he articulates himself very well up until recently.
Devontae Davis catching him and knocking him out with that body shot in the 7th round of their fight. Last April 22nd. I mean, obviously, it was a very, very devastating thing for him to go to, because it was a fight he pushed for, it was a fight he wanted, had a weight clause in it. He's talking about dehydration and all of this other stuff. And nobody want to hear excuses.
Nobody. Man, it's sad when Stephen A. Smith, who's not even like a full-time boxing journalist, is cooking more than actual people in boxing media. Nobody trying to hear excuses. There's people that are letting that fly. Ryan was eating tacos at the weigh-in for the Tank, or the media day for Tank, and he said he felt good at the weight. And his dad, Henry Garcia, who got him into boxing, also mirrored these sentiments.
Devastating thing for him to go to, because it was a fight he pushed for, it was a fight he wanted, had a weight clause in it. He's talking about dehydration and all of this other stuff. And nobody want to hear excuses. Nobody hear excuses. We didn't want to hear that no more than we wanted to hear Deontay Wilder complaining that he lost the second fight to Tyson Fury because of his costume.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear that. But you know what else too?
And actually, that's a good point. The same people who are like, "Oh, Wilder's making excuses. He's talking about the costume and da 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 da," right? They drilled Wilder for quote unquote excuses, but then when Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao, I believe my shoulder, and he says his shoulder was hurt, then they accept it. When Teofimo says his esophagus blew up, they accept it. When Vasil Lomachenko says he had a bad shoulder in the Teofimo fight, they accept it, right? Why is it so acceptable when Ryan Garcia says, "Oh, the weight really stifled me," and all that stuff? Why is that now acceptable, but it's not when certain people do it? And I think we know why. Stop playing. Good point from Stephen A.
As you look and you see the kind of things that are transpiring with Ryan Garcia, you get even more concerned when you see stuff like this.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan. I'm coming on here to explain what's going on. I'm not in possession of my phone. I can't get access to my
So right now he's just showing the video of Ryan Garcia. I've already talked about this, so I'm not going to play those.
I don't know what's going on, but just know I'm okay. Look.
He doesn't look okay.
He definitely
He
don't
doesn't
look
sound
okay.
okay.
That's why I try to tell you. Stephen A. Smith telling you everything I told you. He looks disheveled. He looks disoriented.
Ryan Garcia earlier today offering some explanation in the video, assuring the fans that he was doing all right. He doesn't look all right, doesn't sound all right. And here's where it's getting
And the video looked like a hostage video, man.
interesting, y'all. If you're Devin Haney, who he accused of being a drug dealer, if you're Devin Haney, why bother with this? You don't need.
He's saying the same things I said. If you're Devin Haney, like, bro, Ryan is ruining it because at this point, I know I've seen this story before. Ryan has done so much crazy, bugged out behavior, acting insane, saying he has pictures of aliens, crazy accusations, or at least accusations that seem crazy or over the top with no proof being shown. And he said he's sitting on the proof. It's all too peculiar. It's all too bizarre. So what's going to happen is if the fight goes on, Devin Haney, even if he gets a first round knockout, people are going to automatically say, oh, that's because Ryan was jacked up. He was on drugs. He was mentally going through a ton of stuff. I've seen this play. I mean, that's why I don't really like situations and fights like this. And that's why I say lines have been crossed, because you look at what Ryan Garcia has done and how he's quote unquote promoted the fight. It's nasty, nasty work. It's nasty. It's odd. It's concerning. People don't know what's going on. So, I mean, what if Devin, I think about I'm like Doctor Strange. I think about all the possibilities and probabilities that could happen. And the reality is, let's say Devin fights him and the fight goes on as intended. What if Devin got dropped or hurt by him? It's like a no-win situation, because now it looks like you're getting dropped by somebody who should be admitted and did all this weird stuff. And then same thing, if you beat him and you destroy him, people are going to use that as a built-in excuse. Very easy to see the play.
Drug dealer. If you're Devin Haney, why bother with this? You don't need this. You're the reigning lightweight, 140-pound champion. You're a five-time champion, for crying out loud. 5 weight classes. You don't need this. You're one of the best boxers on the planet. You're undefeated at 31-0 with 15 kills. You don't need this. You're giving Ryan Garcia a shot, and obviously that's a box off the shot, no question about it. It works for both parties, but that's assuming that Ryan Garcia is all right. Who's to say that Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, and folks on Haney's side are not going to flat out cancel the fight? Because
see, how's he saying see, y'all say I don't know boxing, and then do you believe it when other people say the same exact thing? Why? Like, y'all gonna just give me my flowers. Y'all just gonna give me my credit. Y'all don't believe until you have no choice but to believe Boxingego.
when people start bringing in mental health and mental stability and what have you, if you let the guy go into the ring and something happens to him, you're culpable for it. They might be thinking along those lines, and this money fight next month at Barclays Centers in Brooklyn might get canceled. I think it could be a tremendous fight, but I was assuming that Ryan Garcia is perfectly okay.
That's exactly what I told you. It's the same thing. Everybody thought it was a good fight. Even though I favored Devin Haney to begin with, I gave Ryan a shot. Ryan acting like a raging lunatic or something off, something deviant about him, whatever he's doing. He wasn't doing any of this in the Gervonta Davis fight. So him acting erratic, spastic, and like sporadic, it's not giving me much hope for the fight being what I initially thought this fight could be. And now you have somebody, a different voice, Stephen A. Smith, who has a hell of a platform, and he's saying the same thing.
In Brooklyn might get canceled. I think it could be a tremendous fight, but I was assuming that Ryan Garcia is perfectly okay.
Facts.
But if it's you're not complaining about promoters or people within your own camp or the opposition itself. Now you got the LAPD that you're talking to. You got 666 on tweets. You're saying that you love Jesus because people wondering whether or not you got a relationship with the devil because of 666. I'm not making this up.
Exactly.
This is the kind of stuff that's going on. We don't hear about this too often.
Man, Stephen A. Smith, I give him credit. I know, you know, some people, oh, stay out of boxing, you don't know boxing. He cooking right now. And it's just very concerning what Ryan is doing. You guys say, oh, he's just promoting the fight. But at what point does promotion become a distraction, right? When you have Ryan Garcia who's speaking in tongues and you're telling me this is just promotion for the fight. In fact, I have the clip queued up and we'll listen to what Ryan Garcia said and tell me this is not concerning. Please listen up. Roll the clip. So we'll start it from the top.
All praise Yeshua. I'm speaking in tongues. Don't worry.
Don't
Those
worry.
Who are prophets know. Those who are priests.
He said, don't. The man said, don't worry. I'm speaking in tongues. And those who know, like high priestesses and guys who are like, I don't know, soothsayers, clairvoyant, people in position powers, they're going to understand this. Evangelists will understand what I'm doing. So he thinks he's a higher power now?
No, those who are evangelists know that speaking in tongues is real. But these things are happening. Praise to Jesus Christ.
Bro, he is whispering like the yin yang twins. Hey, little shorty, let me whisper in your ear. Tell me a little something that you liked. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Macateo, let me whisper in your ear. Tell me a little something that you liked. Wait till you see my. Wait till you see that. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, the man has turned into the yin yang twins, and you tell me this is good promotion. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. This is not the way to promote the fight. This is odd, strange even. Some would even say macabre and concerning.